This is RatLab number 1, dipper training. The goal of Lab 1 is for the rat to come to associate an audible click with the delivery of water to the dipper area. The click, after many pairings of the click with the water, the click will become a conditioned reinforcer so that in the future, behavior that is occurring in the chamber can be reinforced immediately within half a second or so of when it occurs by giving a click. Session 1 of Lab 1 has as its purpose the discovery of the water. So when the rat is first pressed into the Skinner box, the rat will have no connection between the click and the delivery of water. So when the click first occurs, the rat is not going to be immediately going and drinking the water. This is Lydia's rat, Schneidine. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm going to read from page 7, the criterion performance, and you can follow along with me. This is the ultimate goal for Lab 1, which will probably require 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 sessions to achieve. The rat does not remain near the dipper, but as soon as the reinforcer is delivered, within 2 seconds, she comes to the dipper and drinks the water. 5 consecutive timely responses from various positions within the chamber will be required. So at this point, before the rat is placed in the chamber, it's going to be necessary to set the control console settings appropriately. So reading from the preparation part on page 7, the first thing to do is to press the power, turn the power on. The display now reads magazine training, and so Lydia, why don't you press enter. Now the display reads front left bar press, press down and enter. Now the display reads front right press bar and press down and enter. Pellet dispenser, press up and enter. Reward pulse time, enter. Liquid dispenser, up and enter. Reward pulse time, enter. Additional settings, enter. Press run to begin. So at this point, the settings are in place. And Lydia, now you can go ahead and what we want to do is to put about 10 reinforcers, 10 drops of water, into the Skinner box before the rat is placed in the chamber. So Lydia, go ahead and press the remote switch 10 times. And my hope is that you were able to hear the audible click that accompanies the delivery of the water. If you wish to, you can zoom in on or take a look at the dipper area and confirm that indeed there is water in the dipper. So Lydia, if you are ready, you can take your rat, put her into the Skinner box, secure the door, making sure not to catch the rat's tail in the door, and then after the rat is in the box, the door is secure, press the start button on the timer, the bottom right-hand corner. And now the top display on the timer is showing the session time. And during the session, at least once each minute, you're to record on page 8, the data sheet, what the rat is doing and when the rat is doing it. So at about 25 seconds, the rat is sniffing the dipper, and she has discovered the water and has drunk the water. Her head's come back out. Lydia, give her 3 or 4 more clicks. So at 45 seconds, the rat is on the back side of the cage. At 55 seconds, she's sniffing the left bar. 1 minute, sniffing the right bar. At 1 minute 15, she's sniffing the grating in the middle of the chamber. Okay, at 1 minute 30 seconds, she's discovered the water and drunk the water. Add a few more drops when her head comes out. Okay, at 1 minute 55 seconds, she's back in, drinking the water. Okay, when her head comes out, why don't you deliver 2 more drops? So at 2 minutes 15 seconds, she's discovering the water and drinking the water again. At 2:20, I think I saw her right paw touching the right bar, front right bar. So Schneidin has discovered the water quickly. Not all rats will discover the water immediately. 2 minutes 43 seconds. The rat is up on her hind legs, sniffing the top of the cage. At 3 minutes, she was sniffing the dipper. I don't think she drank the water. Lydia, do you think she drank the water at the time?
Not sure.
Sometimes it's hard to tell. Okay, why don't you go ahead and click a couple more times. Three minutes 40 seconds. She's sniffing the left side of the chamber. Okay. 4 minutes 10 seconds. She's at the dipper drinking the water. When her head comes out, 2 more. Okay, she immediately, so 4:25, she's back into the dipper drinking the water. Okay. So at this point, since she's drunk the water several times, when her head comes out, just deliver a single reinforcer. At 4:50, The rat has pressed the left bar, appears to be a bit startled by that, and moved away from the dipper area. At 6 minutes, she's on the back side of the Skinner box, away from the dipper area. Grooming behavior at 6 minutes 40 seconds. This is on the back right side of the Skinner box. The grooming behavior typically occurs after the rat has had some water. Seven minutes 45 seconds, the rat is toward the center of the chamber. So we want to always try to describe behaviors rather than internal states. So rather than say, it appears that the rat is scared from pressing the left bar, we simply describe that the rat is not approaching the dipper area and is staying away. So we are approaching 9 minutes session time. The rat has done extremely well, has discovered the water. Before ending the session, we want to try to end on a high note. We don't want to take the rat out of the chamber with the rat not having received reinforcers for several minutes. So my hope is that Schneidine will go back over to the dipper where there's a drop of water waiting for her. 9 minutes, 25 seconds, up on her hind legs on the back left side of the cage, sniffing the top. 10 minutes, 40 seconds. The rat approaches the front of the chamber with the dipper in the right bar, retreats back to the middle of the chamber. "11 minutes, 15 seconds, comes up to the dipper, does not drink. So Lydia, why don't you go ahead and deliver 2 more reinforcers? And we'll wait some more. If the rat does not go to the dipper and drink the water within the next 2 or 3 minutes, we'll go ahead and end the session anyway. If the rat does go to the dipper and drink the water, then we'll immediately end the session. "12 minutes, 30 seconds. The rat at the dipper, drinking the water." Okay, so Lydia, you can go ahead and open the chamber, take the rat out, put her in her cage, her prep cage. After the rat is removed from the chamber, and before the control console is turned off, you will want to record what the control panel reveals. Page 8, your data sheet toward the bottom. FLB, front left bar, pressed once. Front right bar, pressed once. Under pellets, that can be ignored. Under liquid, this is the number of liquid reinforcers received, 28. And under SHP for the shaping button, it was pressed 28 times. For lab 1, the number for liquid and shaping should be the same. So this was a successful session 1. In planning for session number 2, when the rat will be placed into the chamber, there should be probably 5 drops of water there. It may take the rat a little bit of time to rediscover the water. And then during session 2, if the rat discovers the water again quickly, you will be delivering reinforcers and clicks when the rat is close to the dipper area. As the rat responds more quickly to the clicks, then you can wait until the rat is a little further away from the dipper before delivering the reinforcer. Ultimately, you want the rat to not just hover by the dipper, but to move freely around the cage. But whenever the click is heard, you want the rat to immediately go to the dipper and drink the water. Good work, Lydia.